What's up, everybody? This is BB Davis. You're locked in to BB Loves Sports. This is a live stream with live chat, so you're welcome to come on in if you want to view. While the live stream is live, then you can live chat with me. Okay? So, how you been? How you doing? Hope that this week is prospering along and bringing you definitely peace, wisdom, understanding, and prosperity. It is a lot going on, but this is a nice, safe space right here where sports and gaming is the exquisite fusion right here at BB Love Sports. All right, it is hump day, and all I want is a full day of sleep. Like, of course, getting up, taking my shower, putting back on my loungewear, getting back in bed, and just a full day of sleep. And I haven't had sufficient sleep, but I prosper on, but I feel myself dwindling down, okay? And I know a lot of people, they feel this way too, so overwhelmed. And some things you must do, because of duty, and you're glad to do it. And you do have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. So the self-preservation and the self-love, the self-care, it is a must. So I'm going to get my sleep. I'm going to get my sleep. But welcome everybody to the live stream. Monday night was a thriller. I think a lot of people started to recover on Tuesday. And here we are on hump day. Now in front of me, we're going to have fun talking sports, gaming, and a little bit of what's happening in the world. Because it's a lot. And we're going to try and compound that in right at an hour. So let's see how I do. And we're going to do some icebreakers, okay? So I have a cute bowl in front of me. And in this bowl, we have cucumber, fresh cucumber, short rib tips, and some tomatoes. Because we're going to do the icebreaker and continue with the hot sauce talk, okay? But before we get into anything, let me do a nice positive reading here for everybody, because so many people are going through things. And I think one of the biggest things that people go through, outside of, just your welfare, is when you have people that may say things, or they may do preconceived notions on things that they know nothing about, but you feel like it's definitely coming from a place of hearsay, especially if you have private business, and your private business could be so good, not even your family or your friends of your inner circle may know. But some people, they'll take this, they'll take that, and they'll go with it. And I'm sure all of us who are public figures, a little warm, I got the ceiling fan swirling in the air. A lot of us who are public figures, we go through that, and it comes with the territory. But you have the right to respond however you want to respond. Sometimes silence is the best response. But I just wanted to share this with you all because myself, as part of the first family of the AME Church, where my grandfather was minister, and on both sides of my family, I'm very proud paternal in Tampa and in Philadelphia, in Atlanta, in South Carolina, AME on both sides. How great is that? So even before that, because on the maternal side, the family is super well known in politics and, of course, religion and education and in law. And on the paternal side, pretty much the same. And then the children we matriculated to go into the worldwide arena of sport professionals, playing in the NFL, entrepreneurs, and then myself as a publisher and in news media broadcasting. We did our thing. And so it's generational. So when you become a public figure, or if you're thinking about coming into the public arena, you'll have people who do the most, and you'll get confronted with a lot of things. But it's so good when you can learn the lesson early on. And like I said, I was born into it, so I had no other choice. We had a lot of wisdom dropped. Whoever is coming to you with news, that's the one you need to watch and see why they're coming. And if they're coming about somebody else, what did they do? You have to be very smart about things, because you'll have people run into you. I think the saying kind of goes, watch the dog that brings the bone, or this male or female. And of course you take things into consideration. Everybody has confidants, even all the way up to kings and queens. But you look at everybody, and you observe, and you pray for the spirit of discernment, and then you won't make wrong judgments or wrong moves. So, recently, that happened to me, but, my response should have been like, well, but haven't you heard? I'm heard all the time. That's the name of the game as a public figure, you know what I mean? But sometimes it just depends on the situation, how you handle it, and sometimes you need to let superiors be aware of somebody's shortcomings. But if I could give wisdom to anybody, I would say to survive it. Know thyself and to thy own self be true. And if somebody has heard anything about you, let them continue on. And if they can't, most likely they don't feel assured of themselves. And you are going to be talked about by many people. And the dagger, because you're not talking about the daggers, a lot of times it's going to be from family, friends, or close ones. We can never forget, those of us who know biblically, how Jesus was betrayed. And that was by Judas, right beside him. So we cannot expect anything above that for ourselves. You will have those Judases. But then we know what happened to Judases. So I'm going to read this secret chamber to you all. And I'll probably do that story time over on 1021 magazine, where I'm publisher and founder. But coming from the AME Church, they have these little pamphlet books that are so wonderful. And as we all grew up and went out on our own, it was so endearing that the grandparents would send all of us in the mail the secret chamber. These beautiful books were full of wisdom. And they go every day of all 365 days in the year. Okay, so let's get going. I'm going to read Tools of the Enemy. And the reading comes from Proverbs 16. You can read that. But I'm going to do Proverbs 16, chapter 27. An ungodly man diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is a burning fire. Satan knows how to employ us to accomplish division, wreck friendships, and create confusion. He inspires and energizes people to do and say spiteful things. Many will go to any lengths to dig up the skeletons of others or find some reason to base slanderous gossip. If they cannot find anything, they will speculate, or by suspicion or innuendos, birth tales, and pass them on. We live in a time where people thrive on sordid details of the lives of others. Somehow, if the other fellow is so bad, it will make us look so good. Many critical and gossiping people are unhappy. Even when they speak well of others, they cancel it out with, well, or that, or you know how they really are. Well, the best way to put an end to lies and be a peacemaker is to think about stories before we repeat them. We can ask ourselves, is it true? Most times, we are not sure. It is necessary to tell someone, will it help edify or secure a special need or prayer? If a story will not help or edify, even though it could be true or untrue, it is best not to repeat it. The best way to keep the peace in our families and among our friends when Satan tries to employ us to be his talebearers, to pass on unkind things, is to learn how to make the best of everything. If something has been said or done that does not involve the safety of others, we should not repeat it. If it is against ourselves, we must ignore it. Excuse their behavior with, it was an oversight, or it was not intentional, or they must be having a bad day, and forget it. I didn't forget it, though, but God knows it's Benita. God knows it's BB. So the thought of this reading ends with, sow the words and the deeds you want to reap. So that's what I love about the Secret Chamber. It just gives really good vibes. All right, so now that we got that inspiration out the way, this is just to everyone. Know thyself, to that own self be true, and rise as much as you can to your occasions. But also, let's not fool ourselves. Spiritually and faith-based, we know that God is a God of vengeance and he sets accord things right. Okay? So, there are sometimes you have to set things right and be a champion and call people out when necessary. And then just go on about your day. Okay? Because peace is a beautiful release. Okay? All right. So everybody, I really hope that you enjoyed that. Thank you very much. All right, so Monday night, as we are recovering, I just, when you want to stay positive on a personal instead of the professional, the pick between Monday night's football game that we're talking about and getting into right now, between the Dallas Cowboys and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I was trying to be very, very optimistic. And it was just like,
oh my God,
I cannot believe the things that I'm seeing. But we don't have the same Buccaneer team and the same dynamic plays and the coaching and all of that we had when Tom Brady left the Patriots and came to Tampa Bay. We don't have those dynamics. We don't even have the same players that was so clutched, So with that, and it was a struggle during the year, and then things started heating up, thus here we are. And despite the picks of Dak Prescott, he did take that internally in, the mental mindset that they're going to be expecting this. And this is how Tampa Bay Buccaneers is probably going to come at you. So they're going to come forth with the defense to try and put those sacks away, to make the turnovers, get back more ball time in their time possession of the ball, and just obliterate you. Well, we did see.
Oh my God.
It did happen. But then that play didn't start working because McCarthy and company started adjusting. And then Dak got out of his own head. And he was just like, they expect this of me. We are hearing post-game at the press conference that McCarthy told Dak, get out of your head pretty much, and I need you to be more aggressive. I'm going to need you not to be passive, but I'm going to need you to be aggressive, okay? And give them the business. Okay? So that's exactly what he did, and I love that. For everybody was balling out. CD Lamb was balling out. It was, I wouldn't go as far as say it was a clinic, but it definitely shut the mouths of a lot of people. It even shut my mouth. It even shut my mouth because I was talking lots of noise. And then the TDs kept coming, and I just was like,
Oh my God.
I was just like,
Oh my God.
they are coming into Raymond James, and they're going to walk right out of here and advance. And then just what the Eagles did not want. They did not want that. The Eagles surely thought, okay, well, we rather face off with a Tom Brady. And this type of Tom Brady with not the same crew. But now it's set up where they have to.
Oh my God.
They got to face off with the Cowboys. So that's going to be a great hitter right there. So now the talk is in the air about where in the world will the dollars make sense for a free agent. Because we're going to have quite a few. The elite quarterbacks. We cannot forget about Aaron Rodgers. And now Tom Brady, free agent. Is he going to stay with Tampa Bay? We already hearing that it's going to be some cutthroats, some firings for Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as well as a lot of other teams out there, but definitely with the Buccaneers. So then you'll just have to see what happens. Will Tom Brady stay? A lot of people are talking about the Raiders, and I just don't know.
I am always right.
If the components are there, he should stay in Tampa Bay. But I did listen, like everybody else, to that press conference. And, you know, it was quite like what I need. I told you at the beginning I needed some rest. Tom Brady said he was going to sleep on it. Whenever somebody's talking about I'm going to sleep on some things, I mean, you can pretty much be like, well, if the changes are not going to come that I like, then I'm out of here. Okay, now do I feel like he's going to be out of there, like, not play next season?
You are so awesome.
My awesomeness says he's going to play another season, unless something totally goes wrong. But I don't see him not playing. Yeah, I don't see him not playing another season. It just might not be in Tampa Bay, but we just have to see how that components go, because he was unhappy with a lot of the passes that should have connected and they didn't, and it was just in shambles. And, you know, you just have to ask yourself, like, every time Dallas scored a touchdown, I was just like, ooh, it was horrific. All right, so what we're going to do here is go take a look at the games that's going to be setting up for Saturday, okay? All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for locking in, and welcome to the live stream BB Love Sports, where sports and gaming is exquisite fusion. All right, and while I'm getting that screen together, a lot of talk is going to be happening for Baltimore for CIAA. I got a few girlfriends that called from the DMV, and I'm still trying to see whether or not where we fit in with that coverage. So I'll be getting back to them. We've covered, since we're in magazine, CIAA for 10 years when it was in Charlotte. And, gosh, did we, trying to see here. There we go. When it was in Charlotte. And of course, being HBCU, I have been attending CIAA ever since it was in Raleigh, Durham. You know, they had their time in Winston-Salem, Raleigh, Durham. Then they came to Charlotte, and now the CIAA basketball tournament, which goes down at the end of February, is in Baltimore. This is the second year that it's in Baltimore. I think the first year really was impacted because of the COVID pandemic. But we were the first digital media, all-female sport broadcasters for CIAA. And so I want to give a shout out to Shara, who was the media person, and she took a chance on 1021 because back then it was just unheard of, a digital online lifestyle magazine. That's why I'm the first person in the entire world to create that. And now today you have a lot of digital magazines. You have magazines who have online presences and newspapers. Any media market or business has an online presence. And I'm very proud as far as the media, broadcasting, and publishing that I was the first to do it. Yeah, man. When a lot of people were just like, that is never going to happen. How is that going to be competitive? And I did it. And so Shara, who is a part of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Founders Day was Sunday. She really sat and listened to see exactly how this would go down. And I'll be talking about this over on 1021 magazine right here on YouTube. And the revamp is going to be coming back in the spring. So we are deep behind the scenes getting things together for going into the newer digital age of information. Okay? So she took a chance, and we were the first female broadcasters on press row covering the games, getting out the broadcast timely in real time. You could have been on the site and we're talking about the games. We were there for every single game. Midday, evening, midday, afternoon, evening, and night. There was always somebody in that chair. And then last year, CIAA, under the commissioner, the first female commissioner, which I was one of the first to interview her, and we have that interview back. They had the first female broadcasters to call the games down on the floor press. And they came from different entities. Okay? And I thought that was wonderful because that was a first of the sport anchors from different entities coming together to call the games. And so I'm all about my women empowerment. But we were the first female broadcaster, women of color, from a digital entity, digital magazine, doing sportcasting. And so I give the love to all my chicas who were there because, you know, we really did our thing. Everybody was like, where you from? What is it? And we were called new media way back then. Now, when you fill out those media credentials, it's not new media. It's just like, okay, digital. Okay, so I thought I set the bar because everything was professionally done, and we will be pulling those broadcasts out of the vault. So again, I want to say Happy Founders Day. Sarah's Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, 115 years. Zeta Phi Beta had their Founders Day. Delta Sigma Theta had their Founders Day, and of course, you know, we can't forget about Sigma Gamma Rho and the whole Divine Nine. It's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. And for those Sarahs who went over with me in the light for the first organization for women of color, which is the Order of the Eastern Star Prince Hall affiliated, I had Sarah Barbara Atwater and Sarah Jan McCullough, and so yours truly into the light, and it's just been a wonderful thing. I called my chicas personally who I know and wished them a happy Founders Day, and it was just wonderful. So, you know, shout out to everybody who not only are part of great organizations, but you do the service, because the service is important. That is most important. And I know wonderful women in every last one of these organizations and even beyond. Okay? All right. So, we're out here just chilling. We're just enjoying ourselves. So let's get with it. Let's talk about these games on Saturday here, okay? Because this is going to be quite the, when you think about it, because the way things are set up, a lot of people didn't see it coming. But that's the beautiful thing about, okay, checking yourself, okay, and letting the light come on. It could be any given Saturday, any given Sunday, any given Monday, any given Thursday. All right, so here is what's going to go down for the any given Saturday. And some people are already complaining about the game should have been later. I can only attest to that.
Oh my God.
I feel your pain. You're probably working or something like that. It doesn't fit into your schedule. But listen, tape it. DVR. All right, so divisional weekend is coming up. Okay, Saturday. These are the games for Saturday. So let's check it out. Jacksonville Jaguars, yes, will face off with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is going to be so interesting right here. Now, the edge, I'm going to go ahead and do my picks right now. I say that the Chiefs will not. The Chiefs will not go into shambles, okay? That game goes on 4:30 p.m. on NBC, all right? Then, at 8:15 p.m., gives you a little room there, you have the New York Giants going to face off with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, listen. I think this is going to be a really good game, and nobody's safe. I mean, nobody's safe. Not just this, but nobody's safe. Maybe a little safer might be the Chiefs. Okay? But this game right here is going to be a good one. All eyes is going to be on this game out of the two for Saturday. This game goes down at 8:15. And with this one, oh man, you know, like,
Oh my God.
this is my house divided. This is one of my house divideds.
I can't keep calm. I'm a diva.
Okay. If the Eagles keep that defense on fire, allowing no one to rattle Hurts' cage, or rattle just a little bit, but not overwhelm. If Jalen comes out that pocket when it's needed at a crucial time, because we know he does, we know he will. And if that O-line, special teams, if everybody stays on their job, I say it will be shambles for the Giants. Okay, and I am not saying this because it is my house divided of love. They're going to have to protect the quarterback and make sure that the Giants, the G-men, do not get to do too much combobulation. That's it. Because if they combobulate, then they smell blood in the water. And then it seems like sometimes you cannot rally back from that. Okay? But you don't want it to even go there. Sure, they may get some touches, but at the same time, you want to lock it down. A lot of people are saying the bye week could take some hits for that, but that's not necessarily true. Your bye week, your mental, got to add in the mental in there, could be an advancement for the Eagles rather than a hurt. It could be a yin instead of just the yang, because you got everybody else who doesn't have that kind of time, and they got to get in there and get rested or get mentally back. The only part of the advantage for everyone who did not go on a bye is that you kind of got the jitters out of there for the playoffs. You know, you already grabbed around, and that's why you're here, because you grabbed around and you won and you advanced on. But for them, that's not the case. But I feel like they'll be all right. But they definitely got to lock stuff down, have a lot of good plays, and I mean, I see them advancing on. But you never know. You don't know who's safe. You never know, because you don't know what kind of directional vibes that the Giants are going into. All right, Sunday. These games are coming out earlier, but it gives you enough time, okay? 3 p.m., Cincinnati facing off with the Buffalo Bills. Now, this is a very interesting dynamic right here.
Oh my God.
Okay, because I'm going to tell you why this is such a big dynamic. Both of these teams have had the denial happen to them, just like whooshed away, okay? And I'm not doing any picking. We're just trying to make it a little lively here. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to make it lively.
Do you know who I am?
I try to keep up with facts. That's who I am, okay?
Do you know who I am?
I try to keep up with facts, okay?
I can't keep calm. I'm a diva.
Alright, so let me tell you what's going on here. They've both been denied. So close, but not close enough. So close, but not close enough. But guess what? You got different types of momentum happening with both of them. You got momentum of it. We were denied with the Buffalo Bills. We were denied. And then now Hamlin. We are laser focused. We're going to keep advancing. Bengals. Listen, we were right there at the dance, but whoosh. We did not get it done. So this time, we're going to go for it. So that's two dynamics sitting there. A lot on the line. And I'm telling you right now, that's going to be a good hitter. We're going to be seeing some, I don't think we're going to be seeing a blowout on that one, but that's at 3 p.m. on CBS, okay? Dallas and the 49ers. Dallas beating the beat-up Buccaneers is not the same as the most. Let me get a drum roll. You're talking the Quiet Storm. That's who they're going to face. The San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers have a complete vibe going on there. And they've been kind of low-key. Just sitting back in the cut, letting everybody else make the noise. And they've been low-key. But make no mistake about it, they are lethal. Defense, offense, different routes, different screens, know how to pull in the special teams. I mean, they are not about to go into anybody's house, or they are not about to let somebody come in their house and you don't work for it. But the great thing about it is that the Dallas Cowboys know this. And you heard it in the press conference, you heard it on the sideline reporting, you heard it from the commentators like myself, and I'm telling you, this is going to be one for the ages. Now, the only thing that I see, whereas it might get boring, is if San Francisco plays lights out, and they go on a roll, and Dallas cannot get anything to jump off, okay? That's the only thing that I see. I do not see the Cowboys shutting down the 49ers. But again, nobody is safe. But I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to the 49ers. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox. All right, so let me write it down again. Saturday, Jacksonville and Kansas City. I'm picking Kansas City, 4:30 p.m. on NBC. All right, let's give them a round of applause. Okay.
Totally fabulous.
Okay.
You are so awesome. You go, girl.
All right. Saturday, 8:15 p.m. Fox, Giants and the Eagles. I give the edge to the Eagles. But still, I stand on what I said. You got to make sure they do not do any type of shambles on your quarterback or on anything, because they'll feel like blood in the water, and it's hard to kind of come back from that. It's hard to come back from those kind of daggers, but I'm still going to rock with the Eagles. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
You are so awesome.
Thank you so much.
Go, girl. Totally fabulous.
All right, and that's going to be on CBS. Well, that's going to be on Fox, New York Giants and the Eagles. Sunday, Cincinnati and Buffalo Bills, 3 p.m. That's on CBS. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to rock with the Bills. On that one, yes, I am.
So awesome.
Thank you.
Go, girl.
Thank you.
Fabulous.
Okay. Dallas, 6:30 p.m. That's going to be on Fox, San Francisco, and the Cowboys. And with that one, I know the Cowboy fans, y'all been giving me a hard time. It's all good. I'm going to still go with the San Francisco 49ers. All right, so we're going to get on out of here, and we're going to go ahead and change up the music. This is going to run a little bit over an hour because right now we are in the thick of it, and we're just going to keep going here, okay? All right. So I'm going to taste my food because guess what? I didn't come here for this to be like a prop. Okay, so we're going to take a breather here real quick. I love the shark tips. Okay? They're so delicious. So this is like a little snack. And I'm going to be in the bed very soon. Kind of later than what I expected, but it's okay. I'm just going to look over some things here real quick. So I'm just doing a little editing. Okay. I've done my thing. All right. Okay. So, love a good rib here. Okay? Very beautiful sauce on it. It seems like they have like a char siu sauce, maybe with a little bit of hoisin, but definitely some char siu. That's very beautiful. Then I'll try these beautiful cucumbers. And then I'm going to try some of my favorite hot sauces. Now this one could be familiar with some people. This is the Herdez avocado hot sauce, which is really good. And that's why I also have my tomatoes on deck, because let me have a steady hand here too. Like it's right there ready to pour out. So I don't shy away from it. It has beautiful avocado creaminess, but once again, it has beautiful heat on it. So here we go. That's so good. Never had this in a minute. Oh, I haven't had this in a minute. Okay. That heat. It's so good. And let me tell you, I love when it hits the back of my throat. So, it has a good taste. And if you watch First We Feast, where they eat the chicken wings with the hot sauce, it is so good. And I would love to go on there too. I would love to go on there and see how far I get. But what I would take, okay, is let me make sure I got everything straight here. Got all my different components. This has nice little drizzles of lime pepper by Badia. I'm a lime girl. It's so good. A little goes a long way. But I would love to go in there and see how it would tap out. But I would definitely have water to survive it, for the particles that might get down your throat. And then I would have tomatoes. Okay, so this is good. I'll move this along. But this is great. You can just drench on pizza and everything. This is more like a gourmet hot sauce, okay? But I love it. Okay, so if you see this in the grocery store, just get yourself like bottles on bottles on bottles. And I gave all my loved ones some, so it's really, really cool. Alright, so we're going to move on from there. And the next I'm going to try is Texas Pete Sabor. Okay, just look for the yellow top. This is so good. You can hardly ever keep it in the store, but I have some bottles of this, and it really is good. When they said Mexican style hot sauce by Texas Pete, and look for the yellow top, when I tell you, it has the smokiness in there of Midwest for good steaks and stuff like that. So it's not thick by any means, but we're about to pour it on. And it has a nice little kick to it too. You know, like these aren't like, oh my God, I'm in a ghost pepper type of mood, but they're very good. The smokiness is great. It's great for tacos because it has a good hit. I love anything that gives that beautiful smoke action. Ooh. It gives a nice hit. And it sits really good. So that's why we have the water. But I would have the tomato to cool it down. Okay. Old Bay. Old Bay is so good. You can put it in the gourmet vibration as well, but it has a nice little kick on it too. It seems like I'm picking up bones here. But we're about to tap this out. We're just going to let it drip and drip and drip. When people ask, do you like spicy foods? It just is relative because everybody has a different hit factor. And that's good. Now all the vinegar. And the heat roundup on that is good too. That's good. Another vinegar. On this. But crystals, I know it's sacrilege. I'm Creole. But I'm not feeling the crystals. Okay, But I love the Louisiana. This is good. Okay. Alright. And for my last rub down after the Obey, my mouth is nice and spicy. This is an open bottle of the Frank's Red Hot in Buffalo. Okay. I better find a small one. Okay. So here we go. And this has no top on it. You just gotta eyeball it and don't get hurt. Okay. So that's a good bit on there. Okay. Alright, here we go. Take down. We're gonna take it down. Frank's has a nice kick factor. I survived it. But still, the tingles, check it out. That was a red tomato. Done. It kicks back. No, a tomato will kick back a lot of that burning on your mouth and throat. Cucumbers will, but of course the go-to a lot of people do is milk. I don't do milk. If I'm going out and I want something very spicy, I have a lot of tomatoes. I ask for a side of tomato and I ask for like a side of cucumbers, but mainly it's the tomatoes that's gonna stop that heat that's coming there. And then of course just have the water, because H2O gives oxygen, so you're getting a lot of air. Now with big heat like Melinda's, and we'll talk about it. This is Melinda, and for me, Melinda does not play. But I wanted Melinda. I'm a sugar skull lover, and she is beautiful. I love the box. It's like a coffin style box, Day of the Dead. And this is ghost pepper hot sauce right here. Melinda La Muerta. Day of the Dead hot sauce. This is the limited edition. On the back, she has the beautiful dress on. I love sugar skulls. And so when you open up the coffin, out comes Melinda. This thing is no joke. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 of 5 of the flames. And let me tell you something about this ghost. It is the boot Jalakia, or Jalakia. It's very hot, like 1 million Scoville units hot. This phantom chili hails from northeast India. Heat level 5 of 5. Yep, it's all the way up there. Users perfect for serious chili heads. A dash will do. Works nicely when Thai hot isn't enough. And I did a dash. We'll leave Melinda right there. I did a dash of Melinda's on some kebabs. And when I tell you, I heard a zinging and a ringing from my ears, and then my tongue went numb. But it was the angel bells for me. It was very wild, okay? Like that. I'm thinking about it, and it was something else, okay? All right. And so it did shut me down, but will I continue to use it? You can see it's down here. So I just have to be in the mood for it and just have all my weapons for this mass destruction because it really is a zinger. But like I tell a lot of people, heat in food, okay, is good for killing cancer cells. And I don't call anybody to anything. You have to go at your own heat level. But when I want to go in for a zinger, that one is at Melinda's. And it is a beautiful taste to it, despite the heat, but it's nothing to play with, okay? So when I get off here, I'm going to be headed to bed, and I'm going to be looking at hot ones, and I think I'm going to look at the Colin Farrell one, and just see how he did with the hot ones. So, yeah. A lot of people love heat, but everybody has their own heat factor. I remember my baby was cooking for me, and he had those ghost peppers in the kitchen, and I was watching TV, you know, in the sitting room, and all of a sudden I just started coughing, and it just got worse, and it kept getting worse, and I was just like,
Oh my God.
what is going on? And he was in there with those ghost peppers in the spaghetti sauce, and they were turning up. He started coughing. We were about to go into distress mode, and I was like, oh no, you can't do those ghost peppers like that. Not sitting on a flame, especially gas heat. We're not sitting on a flame in a saucer, in a saucepan and sauce. When you work with those, in my opinion, you need to put them in a bigger pot, swimming in the sauce where it doesn't touch the bottom, and then you start getting those flecks of all that aroma off those ghost peppers, because those things are, it will take you out. It'll take out your whole house. That's a weapon. Seriously, I was like, what is going on? I was like, and see the best going, man, it was just wow. Okay. But we survived it. Okay, so there's that. All right, thanks so much for locking in with me, everybody, to the live stream whenever you're locking in. All right, so we're going to go take a look here, now that I've done my picks, of what some of the fans are feeling now that we've gotten out of Monday night. All right, so let's start with the Quiet Storm. How about let's start with them? Let's start with the 49ers. All right, let's see how the 49ers are reacting. Their last post on Instagram was, see you at our house. Okay? Quiet Storm is doing a little bit of talking there, okay? And this, let's see how that's going. Yeah, that's going to be really crazy. Okay, here's how it goes. Tell me how it go. I'm going to tell you how it go. So I said this team needs to get going right away. Can't afford to keep it close. Cowboys are way better than Seattle. Let's not fool ourselves. It's going to be a big test for Purdy, but I believe he can do it. Go Niners. All right, so we got a fan there. Then we have someone says, don't take them easy. Don't take them easy. See, that's what I'm talking about. Nobody's safe. And then somebody said, we have to bring our A game we can win, but it won't be easy. This is playoffs and anything can happen. And somebody said, let's get this dub. And then somebody said, Cowboys are going to eat y'all up. Okay, and then somebody said, this rivalry is strong. Bring it on. And then somebody said, them boys about to get wrecked. And then somebody else said, we them boys. And somebody said, tell Brady to be ready. Micah gonna have a feast. Okay, and then somebody else were like, send them home. Somebody said, bloodbath is coming. Somebody said, this picture goes hard, but we need to make sure we go hard. Okay? Somebody said, let's go Niners. Somebody said, let's run it in then. Somebody said, this is going to be a crazy game. Somebody said, it's time to put the Cowgirls to sleep. And somebody said, we are so ready for y'all. And somebody says, Purdy hasn't faced a real defense all season. Parsons is going to be all over that ass. This is Grown Channel. Somebody said, as an Eagles fan, please devour them. Okay. Okay, so that's how the Niners are feeling. And now we're going to go on over to the Cowboys. Why not? Okay, so we got some sound bites here. And one we have, okay, let's see. This is coming from Isaiah Thomas. So let's listen in. This is on the official.
Go Cowboys! Resiliency. The capacity to withstand challenge and difficulty.
Oh, no, not Isaiah Thomas.
If anyone knows resilience, it's me.
Darren Woodson, my bad.
Going from the valley to the top. Leading as the franchise tackle leader. Reaching the pinnacle of the sport. And if that's not enough, how about finishing a game after breaking an arm?
You can see that you can't use that right arm at all.
But what about recent? Resilience is also winning 4 games without your starting quarterback. Powering through multiple injuries.
Woo!
Doing what's best for the team. And rebounding for a playoff push. That's all been great. But the challenge and difficulty only grow from here. Avenging the frustrations of the past while trudging ahead for future triumphs. Standing in your way? Well, only the best to ever do it. It's time. It's time to see what true resilience is made of. Go Cowboys.
Okay. All right, so that was for the game with the Buccaneers. Okay. So they did shut them down. But now we need the same momentum to happen.
It's me.
It's not you because we're not going to hear you anymore. But that was Isaiah Thomas. All right, so what we need to do, I'm sorry, my bad on that too. That was crazy. I was like, oh, Isaiah Thomas.
Oh my God.
All right, so let's go see how they're feeling over here in Cowboy Nation. I'm sure they're feeling pretty good. These Chinese shark wings are so good. All right. Dak remembers last year, watch out San Fran. We remember the catch in the end zone as well. Real Dallas fans do watch out San Fran. Who else is gonna be trying out for kicker spot this week? Oh my God. But y'all can have Mason Crosby. Y'all cannot have our kicker. But people said, it was a bad, off night. Maybe he had the jitters. But, when our kicker missed, we're okay. Because Mason Crosby is so clutch. You know what I mean? He's clutch. More than not. Okay. Somebody said, how are we feeling, Cowboy fans? Somebody said, now let's show the 49ers what the Cowboys are all about. Super Bowl bound. We're going to the Super Bowl. Cowboys made Brady retire. We know that's not true. Decators are quieter right now at that Buccaneers Stadium. Somebody says, this is a free win. Dallas sucks, but you're going to get your bang bang from the 49er gang. Somebody said, I'm calling it right now. The defense is going to make Brock Purdy look like 7th rounder. He is for the first time, and we move on to the championship. Go Cowboys. Oh, that's a lot of talk. Somebody said, everyone but the kicker is partying tonight. Somebody said, this was definitely a time to find a way to go up against the 49ers. Somebody said, the curse is finally over. We never know. Somebody said, how about them Cowboys? Somebody said, the job is not finished. Somebody said, sign me. I'll be your kicker for the rest of the season. Somebody said, y'all talking all this noise only to lose to the Niners in the divisional. Somebody said, just keep it up. Don't let the monument stop you. Somebody was like, Dak Prescott is about to do the master class. Y'all talking mad junk. But 49ers is coming for you. So there's somebody coming up on their boards. And then somebody said, I'm really proud of Dak Prescott of the Cowboys. Y'all played really good. Somebody said the real test is going to be San Francisco. You beat them, then you can beat anybody. So we're going to see who gets the shambles. All right, so we're going to move on for the Cowboys. Everybody's talking their talk. And let's go to the New York Giants. Let's see how the Giants are feeling right now, okay? Okay, where do we begin here with the Giants? Let's see how they're feeling. Eagles, players, family members, we are sending your men home and we can't wait. Okay, Giants. So as the Eagles are about to be on vacation, it's crazy that a game being played in 4 days will be remembered as a huge franchise moment, win or lose. Somebody said, it's illegal to hunt eagles in the United States. This weekend, the Giants will have special permission to do so. Let's effing go, G-Man. All right. Eagle fan here. I'm proud of you guys. But we'll see y'all Saturday, and we're going to send you back home. Okay, somebody said, win, please, so I'll be able to sleep for the rest of the year. Somebody was just like, this is going to be an easy win against the Eagles. So I said, I've been with this team since 2002, witnessed 2 Super Bowls. Let's make it 3 this year. Let's go Big Blue. Somebody said, Eagles are going to end the Giant show. Okay, and then somebody said, let's win in Philly. Somebody else says, You will not win in Philly. Eagles will dominate. Somebody said, we got it now. We're going to send those birds flying south. Whoa. Okay, somebody was just like, let's do this, Big Blue. The road to the Super Bowl is now open. Let's go, Giants. We got big energy. Oh, we got it now. We love you guys. Smells like 2009. Let's effing go. Somebody said we want Dallas. This is the team. We got this. New York Giants. Let's go, boys. Filthy. Next up, go Giants. Oh my God, they are off the hook. And that's how you're supposed to be, though, with your own team. So Giants is trying to make that noise and saying that's some easy work right there. I don't see that as easy work, but hey, you got to shoot your shot with your own team. So from there, there's no place else to go but go over here to Eagles, and we are going to tune in right here and hear from the man himself, Jalen Hurts. Let's go.
Kind of in an era of his own. You know, when you talk about the passion in this city, the support in this city, the love for the Philadelphia Eagles in this city, it's truly a Philly thing. Not many other people, not anybody else will understand that. So it's a special city, it's a special time, and you know, we're taking it day by day. But obviously, we know we have the support of our city through everything, and you know, let's show up on Saturday.
Let's hear that again.
You know, it's a swagger. It's a kind of in an era of its own. You know, when you talk about the passion in this city, the support in this city, the love for the Philadelphia Eagles in this city, it's truly a Philly thing. Not many other people, not anybody else will understand that. So it's a special city, it's a special time, and you know, we're taking it day by day. But obviously, we know we have the support of our city through everything, and you know, let's show up on Saturday. You know, it's a swagger. It's a kind of in an era of its own. You know, when you talk about the passion in this city, the support in this city, the love for the Philadelphia Eagles in this city, it's truly a Philly thing. Not many other people, not anybody else will understand that. So it's a special city, it's a special time, and you know, it's a swagger. It's a kind of in an era of its own.
Okay. Jalen Hurts, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Hurts. All right, so let's go see the comment section here for Jalen and the Eagles. We're going to the Super Bowl. I don't care. This man is just amazing. So humble and well-spoken. The whole team, amazing. The city has your back. Keep doing your thing. Fly, Eagles, fly. It's definitely a Philly thing. It's Bird Gang all day. So that's why I need that hoodie. Our quarterback, lock the F in. Let's go. Let's go. Time to make this run. When our quarterback speaks on his support for our support for this team, we're Team Hurts. Let's get it, boys. This is it. Let's go. 3-0 versus New York. Love you, Jalen. Oh, we understand. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go, bro. Thank you very much, bro. This is our quarterback. We need it. He's got a perfect mindset through all of this. Go Birds and go Hurts. Just win, period. This man is ready. Wow. We need another rain. 2023, here we come. Okay, love from Montreal, Canada. Time is now. We all got this. This is what we all needed. Go Birds. Jalen is our underdog. You're a special QB. Philly's got you. He is dialed in for real. And this is saying something about the ball club, because, you know, y'all can be a little rough around the edges. The Eagles fans, a lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them, okay? A lot of y'all wild. And not because this is my house divided, okay? But
I am always right.
I could say Philly grew me up as well, as far as going, spending summers there, holidays, year after years after years after years, you know. It's a different kind of feeling when you're in Philly. You know, I had the uncles and everybody in North Philly, South Philly, West Philly, and, you know, the love for that team is everything. And then you have people who go way and beyond, and every team has that, you know what I mean? But I'm very proud of what I'm seeing, because this is the Philadelphia Eagles fans that I'm used to, the ones that don't have to go and all that. I mean, every fan does that in every sport, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you have some that make you just look like piss poor or whatever. So I love this. I love how they're standing behind Jalen. I've been a fan of Hurts since college, and when a lot of people, even a lot of the Philly fans, were like ready for him to go, and I just was like, you know, I don't have no dog in that fight. I love him from college, but you know, some people need a little bit of development off season, and I'm so glad. I don't care who it was, but whoever it was, you know, they did one hell of a good job, and you can see it. Maybe we'll get it in the memoirs, or maybe we won't get it all, because, you know, sometimes, you know, it's good to have, you know, that mystery around you. But they seem to be locked in. Everybody seems to be locked in to Jalen. They're going to be looking at everything. I think that they will put, I think they'll put the G-Men away. We shall see. Right now they got the hoodie thing going on. It's a Philly thing with the Eagles on it. So, you know, I think that's, you know, really, really cool. So that is going to be the game to watch. All right, so as we close this out, let's go ahead and go on over here to the Bengals, and let's see what the Bengals is talking about. Okay, already they got my cousin sitting up there, Houday Nation, and that's Joe Mixon. You know, any Mixons that are within the United States of America, black or white, because we definitely are deep in with the mulatto vibes and everything like that in our family tree. So let's see what the Bengals are talking about here. All right, so let's lock it in. We got to do all white if the Chiefs lose to the Jaguars and we host home. Break out the white helmets. We need to go off. We got some outside noise going on there. We need to beat the Bills by 20. Let's see. I don't know why they are talking all the wrong things. They're talking about colors and everything. Is the Bengals that crazy? Y'all need to be talking football, not what people are wearing. They're so weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're worried about the colors. That's a bad indication right there. And that's all they're worried about. Okay, let's see. Okay, finally we got somebody talking about football and not about what color their jerseys are going to be. I think that's so weird. That's all I kept seeing on the boards, okay? That was just like, talk some sports. Okay. Someone says, am I the only one who doesn't think this game in Buffalo is fair because we had beat the Bills in Cincy and everything fell the way that it did? Wouldn't we be the 2 seed and host this game? Okay, that is a really good synopsis of analytical statement right there. We definitely got a block for Burrow and 0 run game. Word on the street, we need to do everything we can to eliminate the Bills. Hooday, let's go and get the Bills. On to the next chapter. Definitely we got this. That pass breakup, we got to do more of that. Teamwork, focus, pounce, finish, mission, momentum, men. Let's go. All right. Let's win and get the Super Bowl. Beat Buffalo. Okay, not much going on there. Thought they would have been a little more amped on this particular board, but they wasn't. Not saying that they're not amped on another board. All right, so let's just get it and go on over there to the Buffalo Bills and see how they're doing. And
here where it is quite simply win or go home. Here's the snap, fires it.
okay, that was a pinned comment. Let's see.
To his right, fires that way, got a man there. Cole Beasley makes the catch, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo, Cole Beasley. What a great grab. He went up high and brought it down.
Here's the snap, fires it to Beasley at the 3, lunges for the end zone. Touchdown! Welcome back, Cole Beasley. Buffalo back in front.
And the Bills will go all blue today, tops and bottoms.
All right, so this was their vibe here. That was their vibe there for Cincinnati and Buffalo coming together. And they got the hashtags Bill Mafia. So let's go see what they're talking about. I think they're a little more locked in talking about football more than talking about your team colors. Okay, not superstitious, but this is a little stitious. I think everybody's kind of superstitious. Things that need to happen for us to win. The O-line needs to keep Allen comfy in the pocket so he doesn't throw a scrambled pass. Allen needs to breathe more under pressure and throw only when he has to and run the ball more. We need to focus. We need to focus and get this win and come in strong. Please don't let us down. So here's some more people talking. We need a blue on white, red helmet combo. Listen, this. Well, unless they talk about the superstitions of wearing the colors. I don't know. But they're trying to say, Allen, no mistakes. O-line block. For the love of God, defense, get a rush and stop them. Bengals thrive on turnovers. We have to limit those literally to beat them, and that's how Kansas City loses to them. So let's do this, Bills Mafia. Let's make this happen. Jags are beating the Chiefs 2014, so y'all better make the AFC championships. Okay, what a prediction. Let's stampede and let's get this win. I don't care what color they wear, they better come with that smoke and let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Wait about what colors people are going to wear. We need to get into the thick of things and, you know, later about all that. All right, so where are we? We did the Bengals. Bengals were kind of quiet on their boards, talking about combos of what to wear. Philadelphia is being very positive. New York is Giants are being positive and a little bit of braggadocious. Dallas Cowboys is being positive, skeptical, superstitious, and a little bit braggadocious. 49ers is being like, we want the smoke. They're being hella braggadocious. Okay. Jaguars are kind of just sitting there like, okay, we want the win. Go in. Let's be focused. You know, don't let this be any intimidations. We got this. We're going to make the world see. We're going to shock the world. All right, and then the Chiefs, we shut it down, and we're going to see what the Chiefs are talking about. So lock in, everybody, as we close out. Okay, we got some best moments of 2022 mic up for the Chiefs. And we also got the Fonz, Henry Winkler, that's giving his talk about the Chiefs. So we're going to go with the mic up, okay?
Let's go, man. Let's go. Ah!
We outside. Yeah.
It's time to go out, baby. You know what it is. It's prime time, game time, baby. Let's rock. Let's go. Turn me up. Is that running we stick it? Is that throwing we pitch it? Ball walks on 2. 1, 2.
30 to go, third quarter. Handoff, Wilson going nowhere this time. He gets absolutely smoked.
Baby, come on with it.
Now a sweep coming to the near side. Tony inside the 5, gets a block. Touchdown! Kansas City!
Hey, that's how you hit that. Get in there, dog.
Ripping hands out, wants the ball. Looks right, now turns left, wants the check down, not there. Now he's hit as the ball flies up into the air. And the Chiefs intercepted. Latrinius lead at his own 25, now to the 30, and goes down there.
Go ahead, Jack. Run there, Jack. Yeah, Jack. Yeah, Jack. That's what we talk about. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Woo!
To on top. Yes, sir. They give it off right side. Edwards Hilaire waits, hesitates, gets in the end zone, left shoulder first. Touchdown! Kansas City!
Pancake.
Third quarter, snap to the face mask for Mahomes. Furious rush. Mahomes throws it late. He's got Justin Watson. Catch in the end zone. Touchdown! Kansas City!
Yeah, boy. You about to shoot me? I was about to shoot you. There you go. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Taco. Let's go.
Bobbled snap, and Perkins is in trouble, and Chris Jones gets him.
Stay on there, boy, good.
Looking left, now looks middle. Fires it late, caught. Touchdown! Kansas
Talk
City!
about, boy. Hell yeah. Come on.
In trouble is Mahomes. Spins off the rush. Throws it down the near side.
Ooh, and a clutch.
And out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Juju Smith-Schuster.
Let's go. Yeah.
She's still playing press on the receivers with 2 deep safeties. Herbert's in trouble again. You'll unload it down the middle. It's going to be deflected and intercepted.
Let's go.
Mahomes hands it off to McKinnon, trying to dart left. 25-20, downfield block. 10, 5, touchdown! Kansas City! Terrific run by Jerick McKinnon to win the game in overtime.
Yeah.
Mahomes Mahomes reads it, moves to his right, keeps the ball in his right hand, trying to stay alive, dives for the far front pylon. Did he get it? Did he get it?
I touched him! I touched him! I touched him! I touched him! Let's go!
Mahomes turning right, now left, spinning, trying to keep the play alive, and fires it at the back of the end zone. Touchdown! Juju Smith-Schuster.
He liked it! He's like that!
Play action fake. Crosby coming from the outside. Mahomes with time. Guns it long. Left, caught Watson. Ooh! Mahomes quick pass. Near flat, caught.
Ooh, clutch. Ooh, ooh.
Drives to Sailor into the end zone. Touchdown! Willis under some pressure. Corralled. Yes, yes. Get him! And the Texans.
He's like, get him! Get him!
Let's go!
Yeah, brought the jet skis tonight. The jet skis out tonight.
Great job, man.
Appreciate you, coach. What up, man?
Hey, much respect, bro.
You're a baller, man. ESPN Monday night, baby. When the lights are on, you gotta show out.
Defense did. Defense did.
Hey. All right. So the 49ers are doing their talk. The Chiefs right here are letting their mic ups do their talking. So let's go see as we round this out. Ladies and gentlemen, how are the fans feeling? Dub it up this weekend, Chiefs. Need that win to fire us up and get ready for the big dogs next week. Let's go. Let's get that O-line protection on point and protect Pat, and let Sack Nation continue to turn it up. Got a Cinderella team like the Bengals. The Jags are not as good as Cincinnati, but they are young. And under Doug Peterson, and they have nothing to lose and everything to gain Saturday. We cannot take them lightly. I agree with that. We have to play really bad in that second half, but I think we're going to show up and handle business. Thank y'all for let's getting this win in advance. Chief Nation. Let's get real loud. Let's get amped up like this. Mic up. Love seeing the love. Kansas City Chiefs, we're going to rock it. Love our Chiefs. Love my Chiefs. Go Chiefs. So looking forward to Saturday's game. Go Chiefs. Let's go get this Super Bowl. So looking forward to this game. Go Chiefs. So they're feeling pretty good. The fans are feeling pretty good. And you got a lot of superstitions that's going to be all across the board from everybody. Because everybody has their own superstitions about things. But I think it is great to get in here and see these teams do their thing. I made my predictions here. And I just feel like we'll see if I get obliterated. Okay, or not.
It's wine o'clock.
Because I feel real great.
I am always right.
So let's see if my pick's okay, okay? Alright, so the last of this talk here, we're going to go into Tom Brady. Because we have a lot going on with how the game ended, the press conference, a lot of personal stuff that is surrounding Tom Brady, which I think kind of, instead of dialing him in, it kind of dialed him out a little bit. But there were some nice moments there that you still saw a sharp Tom Brady. And I know a lot of people, they love to talk about, we're going to groove on out of here, okay? A lot of people love to talk about age. wisdom is a beautiful thing. And you can get that at any age. We age because that is just the natural order of things. But wisdom does not always come through age, but how you ascertain the things around you, the people around you, what you soak up, and how you apply it to your life, your je ne sais quoi, and all that good stuff. Still a little hot right here, but I don't feel like this is the end. This may be a change of teams, maybe. But someone like that, you know, I was talking with, and with all my house dividers, like with the Steelers, they were just like, man, he's just going to play the 50. I wish he would just whatever. But a lot of times when people are in their greatness and in their flow, it's much deeper than just saying, I should bow out. I think he has enough grace and enough sense to know when it is enough for him. And I think a lot of times we do a lot of ageism on people. You know, we already know he's doing the nutrition stuff well. The mental stuff, I think the mental took a hit because of all of the personal things. And then on top of that, I think putting his head back into the game, there needed to be some changes with the coaching, because I felt like the plays and the calls and just everything was a little bit too relaxed. But then it wasn't the most dynamic season. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they had a super great season and then they went in shambles. You know, it wasn't like that. So for people who are just like, they didn't have a stellar season to begin with. So it was great, and they're a testament that they made it the way that they made it, how they made it. You know what I mean? Alright, so Brady is not going to shut down his comments. We're going to get to the most recent ones, and that was 7 days ago. So we're going to be seeing what people are leaving. Oh God, we got people already clowning in here. And this is going to just fuel his fire, because he's not listening to any of these people. But right here, glaringly, they're talking about just retire. Looking rough tonight, Tom. It's okay, Brady. No one can take away what you accomplished. Though you said you have no words, we hear you and we love you forever. Number 12. Let's see what else on his page they're saying. Some things might have been filtered out. So let's go to some of the big pins here and see what we can get. Okay. Somebody else is saying retire. Then we have Brady has nothing to prove at this point. 7 rings is enough. Besides, that's the perfect number, ain't it? Somebody said time to hang it up, brother. It's over. Bro, we love you, but the game with the Cowboys, you showed no passion. Your energy was low. Next year, please bring your love for the game back. You could have destroyed the Cowboys You were 7-0 versus them. Somebody said focus on the game and not your brand. I don't see any starting QBs in the playoffs doing commercials and trying to sell products, and you're better than this. Oh my God, they are just beating them up. You still the goal. They don't know what you had to deal with this year outside of football, on top of trying to win again with a team that couldn't even make the playoffs before you got there. So keep your head up. I love that. Time to still to go. Let's hit some more. Best wishes to you in your next chapter. Retire. Oh my God, these people are crazy. How about winning your playoffs, then talking about your brand? You know, some people are definitely all in their feelings on here, but I believe that Tom Brady is gonna come back. I don't believe that it's gonna be retirement right now, just because people are saying you got enough. I mean, who is anybody to say when you have had enough? You know what I mean? Like, you're talking about somebody's dream, you're talking about somebody's purpose. You people act like he was doing the picks out there, which is so wild. So, you have a lot of people doing a lot of talking, a lot of trending. I know when he said there are things that he had to think about. I think that's exactly what it is. Somebody did an interesting vibe here, and we'll go out on that. They're going to be talking about season per season of the Super Bowl wins and not winning Super Bowls, and they did it by the years. 2013 did not win the Super Bowl. 2014 won the Super Bowl. 2015 did not win the Super Bowl. 2016 won it. 2017 did not win the Super Bowl. 2018 won the Super Bowl. 2019 did not win the Super Bowl. 2020 won it. 2021 did not. 2022 they are eliminated. 2022 did not fall in line, like win, don't win, win, don't win. But 2023, now you got Tom and other jerseys, football jerseys. These are just speculations. Will in 2023 he go to the Raiders? Oh my gosh, I hope he does not go to the Raiders. Will he go to the Dolphins? We know there are a lot of talks there with Tua and the franchise there. Could he love Florida and stay in there? That is a possibility. San Francisco. San Francisco is right where they need to be. So if anything else is crazy, I don't see that. So we're going to check out from that. Will he go back to the Patriots? No. I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but I don't see that. Will he stay with the Buccaneers? Could be possible if he has a lot more say, I feel. Which I think that was the dichotomy over with the Patriots. Because we already know Belichick is staying with the Patriots. Alright. The Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans probably wish he would come, but I cannot see that. You might as well just stay right there in Buccaneer land and get more components. Okay, so here's what people are saying. What about the Jets? A solid defense and offense weapons just need a QB. He's got to go to the 49ers. Imagine Tom Brady with those weapons and that defense. Somebody said I would love to see him as a Raider. Mahomes and Brady in the same division. I love it.